I can't respond to comments on my business Facebook page as my business. It only lets me respond from my personal account. I've looked everywhere for a toggle or how to change it, but no success. Alrighty, into our next question. This question comes from Julie. Julie says, well, since you asked, I can't respond to comments on my business Facebook page as my business. It only lets me respond from my personal account. I've looked everywhere for a toggle or how to change it, but no success. And I wrote Facebook interface struggles. What a nerd thing to say, CJ. My gosh, no one knows what an interface is, right? Come on. So I asked Julie a couple follow-up questions. I said, Julie, is this from your computer, your phone, both? Are these private messages? Are these just normal comments? She said they're normal public responses. She's tried it from both her phone and her computer. And I said, thank you for your question. We're going to do our best to get you that answer. She followed up and said, you know, what's interesting and frustrating is that Facebook asks me after I respond if I'd like to respond from a cleaner space. That's the name of her business. But if I do, because I tried multiple times, it defaults to me and not my business. Yeah, that could be frustrating, right, Julie? I totally understand that. So I have a couple comments for you. One is going to be kind of a general, it may not help much in a way, but it might help you understand better what's going on. Number two, I do have a couple suggestions. They may or may not help, but let's find out, okay? So the first thing that I want to tell you is kind of a general principle about how Facebook operates. Facebook employs a lot of people, a lot of developers, and they're always wanting to improve their service for their audience, for their community. And I understand that's their intention. Despite how you may feel, Facebook and these other tools, they don't want to make it harder for you. They actually want to make it easier. So they're always looking for ways to further develop their software and tools, to add new features, to add new benefits, to add new tools that you can do. Well, what happens as part of this is they have to go through a testing process. And Facebook has allowed their employees to test new features and new pieces of software in batches. So if you can imagine that there's millions of people on Facebook, right, as users, millions, billions maybe, who knows? I don't know the statistic on that one. There's a lot of people that use Facebook. So when a developer or a programmer has something new that they want to test out in the Facebook world, they're allowed to grab a test group of people of maybe 10,000, 20,000 people and unroll on them a particular test or change or software. So this means that you could be sitting right next to your best friend and both of you could be looking at the same thing on Facebook and both of you could be seeing something different. You might have different options, you might have different buttons, it might look differently, the way that it's displayed or the colors or where the icons are, and you're looking at each other like, how can this be true? We're both looking at our Facebook, we're both looking at our Facebook stuff here, but mine's different from yours. How is that even possible? The answer is this. One of you may have gotten sucked into one of those test groups, one of those beta test groups, and you're seeing some sort of a feature that the rest of the world isn't seeing yet. You're in a little bit of a test group. If they like how that works out, if they like how it turns out after however long their testing period is, they roll it out to the rest of Facebook. I'm sure you've seen things changing over time. Facebook, the icons on the top of the page. If you use a smartphone like I do, you use the app and the buttons move, or there's a new button, or a button disappears, then it comes back 2 days later. For example, the profile button zipped away and then it was replaced with something else, and I didn't like that, and a bunch of other people must have said, hey, where's that profile button go? And it's back now. Now there's like 5 at the top. One of them's the profile button. This is the kind of thing that happens. This is the kind of thing I'm talking about. So if you see things changing, it may be just you. I don't mean it's just you like you're crazy. I mean, you may be pulled into one of those test groups and you're seeing something special and new that most people aren't seeing on Facebook, or the majority. So that's one thing. It could be a test scenario. Now, I don't think that's what's happening to Julie. I'm going to talk about Julie's question next, but I did want to let you know this general principle of Facebook is always improving themselves. They have lots of programmers on staff, and they allow their programmers to pull away a group of 20,000 users to test something on them, see how it works, see how they like it, before they roll it out to all the millions and billions of people. Okay, so know that you could be in a test group at any given moment, so don't feel like you've gone crazy when things look different one day to the next, or you're sitting with your friend and you're looking at different things. One of you could be in one of those test groups. That's a normal thing that happens in Facebook, and it's okay. So I want to talk about Julie's question very next. Julie, here's something that I've noticed. And I don't know exactly how well to explain this, so I'm just going to do my best and we'll work it out, okay? So what I've noticed is if you're especially on the phone, let me talk about the computer first, okay? Because it's the easiest way to do it. If you're on your computer and you're looking at a post on your page, in the bottom right-hand corner, there is a little teeny icon of your picture, of your profile picture. And if you click on that picture, you can choose whether you're replying to that comment as you, your personal profile, or your business. Now, by default, when you go to your business page, it should show your business profile. This, by the way, is another great reason why your personal profile should have a different profile picture than your business page profile. So for example, on mine, if you're a friend with me, CJ Yellow, if you're a friend of mine on Facebook, you'll see one profile picture, probably this shot right here of me behind this mic, because that's what I've been using the last couple of weeks to go along with the show. So if my profile picture looks like this, then you're on my personal profile. But if you see me one speaking, or me holding up my book, or me smiling with a thumbs up, that might be my Facebook business page, because that I typically don't change that one a whole lot. So to recap, you're on your computer, you go to your Facebook page, you look in the very bottom right-hand corner of every single one of those posts, because they put it in the same place. And you can choose whether you're replying as the page or as the person. And I will also point out, this affects the other buttons there. There's a like, comment, and share button. That little picture influences what happens when you click the share button. So if it's set to your business page and you click share, you're going to be sharing it as your page. It also gives you the chance to share it into a group and share it as another page you manage. But if you want to share it into your personal profile, you have to click that picture first, then choose your personal profile, then click the share button, and you're going to get a new set of options. Now it's going to ask you if you want to just quickly share with one click, share it to your personal, or if you want to, they say write post. Basically, that means you can add a comment as you're sharing it to your personal profile. And then you'll see the other options too. Share it to a group, share it as a page. So that's the first thing to tell you. If you're on your computer, look in the bottom right-hand corner, and that's where you can change. I'm sharing as myself, I'm sharing as CJ the person, I'm sharing as CJ the business page, and that's where you can control that. Okay, that's step one from your computer. It's very small. It's in the bottom right-hand corner. You're going to have to look for it specifically to control what you want it to do. And when you click in that box to make a comment, it should also show your profile picture right there to reinforce which profile you're using when you make that comment. That's from the computer only. It's totally different from the mobile phone, okay? The mobile phone is a little bit trickier because I can't see a way to change it, to make it change. It kind of just does what it wants to do. So Julie, I'm just gonna tell you my own experience with this and tell me if it works the same for you or not. One of us could be in those test groups at any given moment, so who knows what it's going to be on your side, okay? But what I've discovered is if I go to the page and I click comment, like I'm just going to leave a comment under that post, by default, it's telling me that I'm going to leave a comment as the page. So if you click comment and you leave a comment, it should be from your page. But I've noticed that when you click reply to someone else that's already left a comment, you're clicking reply on their comment, it changes to the personal profile. So this is something that I've noticed, and maybe this is what you're experiencing, Julie. Maybe you're replying to comments. She says here, I can't respond to comments on my page. So maybe you're clicking reply to respond to those comments, and then it's automatically making you your personal profile, Julie, instead of your business page. So try this. Instead of clicking reply when you're on your mobile phone, on your computer, you should be able to control it with that little picture doodly thing. Let me know or not. But on your mobile phone, if you click reply, it automatically defaults to your personal profile. I don't know why. I don't like that. I think it should be your business page if you're on your business page. But stuff happens. So try this next time. Click on the comment button, or you know how when it's showing you the comment, it just shows this kind of blank open space, and if you click in it, you'll be leaving your comment. Read what it says in that box, because it's going to tell you how it's going to act. So for example, if it says replying as a cleaner space, it should be your business profile. And so instead of clicking that reply button, click into that field that says reply as a cleaner space, or commenting as a cleaner space. In fact, if I jump over here to her comment, right down here, I don't know if you can see it very well, but right down here, it says comment as a, and right there it says reply as a cleaner space. Those should be working for you, Julie. If you click those, it should reply as your business page. But I totally believe you. If you're saying you did that and it's showing up as your personal, I believe you. I believe that you're doing the right thing and it's not cooperating with you. So see if it makes a difference between you clicking in that comment field and leave your message. I realize that ideally all of your comments should be a reply to the person that left their comment. That's how it should be set up, right? Here's your main post, and then they leave a comment, and then you want to reply just to their comment, not to all the comments. That's right. You should be doing it that way. But if Facebook is going to frustrate you and change it and be your personal profile, it's going to affect how we do things. So we can't do it in that perfect way if it's not going to work for us. So instead of clicking that reply button, click in that comment field and see if it will allow you to post it that way. Okay? This is going to be an ongoing discussion. Julie, you'll have to let me know what your experience is with this. See if there's a difference for you of you click reply versus you're leaving a comment as the page. So I go through this exact same thing in my own pages, and even in this group for the Facebook group here, same situation. I want my messages to come from CJ, my page, but sometimes it happens as CJ, my personal. What can you do? It's Facebook. Thanks, Facebook. We're up to the whim of Facebook in a way. Okay? So I hope that helps. The general comments as well as the specific, try these couple things. Let me know what you think. And I invite everyone else to tell me what your experiences are with this, okay? There's a difference between reply, it defaults to the personal, I don't know why, versus clicking that comment area where it's already telling you it's going to reply as your page. And then again, it's absolutely easiest if you're on a computer and you can see that little icon in the corner, that little picture of your profile, which tells you which one you're using to give that reply. I hope that helps you, Julie. Would you please let me know if that helps, if that gives you any insight, or if it just continues to frustrate you over and over again. And honestly, I believe you either way, right? Welcome to the jungle, guys. It's the internet jungle. That's why we're here. It's the web jungle.